Hi, everybody. I just wanted to stop for a minute and share a few thoughts about a very special person that we've lost in our community. As most of you have heard, I hope by now, um, and if not, I'm so sorry to be the person to have to say that we have lost Yehuda Groden, who was a very much loved young man from Long Beach, California, who was part of our YouTube community and Facebook community for the last few years. Yehuda had a big impact on my class, those of us entering gastric bypass or RNY or band or sleep or whatever, or as in Yehuda's place, he had the phobia pouch procedure done and lost a tremendous lot of weight very quickly. He always had something fun to share, interesting, enlightening, humorous, but he was also right on about a lot of stuff. He would make some daggone serious video topics too, and he he never ceased to share from his thirst for knowledge or understanding, and he had a lot of friends who loved him. My heart goes out to his family. We don't know what the cause of his really sudden end was, but I can't help but think it's related somehow to his multiple surgeries, um, his very rapid weight loss. I mean, we all bought into these procedures, guys, to be thinner, but also to be healthy. And I think that if anything, to honor Yehuda, we should be trying to live as healthfully as possible within the confines of what we've done to rewire our bodies, if that indeed is what we have done, as I have. I really want to encourage people to not take a moment for granted. You never know. We only have this minute. We might not even have the next minute or the next hour or the next day. You never know. Yehuda didn't know. Yehuda did say something kind of foreshadowing on December 10th on his Facebook page. He was commemorating his very dear friend, and he said, "Someone's death does not erase their life. Someone's death does not erase their life. Remember and celebrate that life." Yehuda was talking about his friend, his best friend he lost 4 years before on December 10th, and he was acknowledging that his life was still impacting and that Yehuda was living on his behalf. And I wrote him a note saying, I do exactly the same. I lost my dearest friend um, 3 years ago this spring, and everything I do, including having the surgery, was in a ripple effect for the fact that she is not here to live her own life. And so I'm trying to live double to honor her. Her life gave a lot of meaning to a lot of people, as does Yehuda's. So I don't want anyone to think that he will be forgotten, because he is living in each one of us who allowed him to touch or speak into our lives, and in the same way Yehuda received from us. He was a very special man, a very special young man. And I think of his family and the grieving and the loss they must have, and I grieve for our community as well. I encourage everyone who wants to say thank you um, in some way, to acknowledge or tell a story about Yehuda. Do it here. Do it here on YouTube. Do it on Facebook. Um, Perhaps one of his family will see it and be encouraged to know that Yehuda's giving spread across the continent, spread across the Atlantic. I mean, it knows no bounds. And I know some of his friends that are more in his age group will be very difficult for you, very difficult. Death is never easy. Loss is never easy. And I think it's just important that we remember that Yehuda will always be with us when we speak of him, when we remember. So here's to you, Yehuda. I'm so sorry that we won't be able to talk on the phone anymore, or exchange a joke, or check in, but I will never forget you. And I thank you for all that you gave to me. Blessings, my friend. Big blessings.